Mikel Arteta's side left it late to seal their dramatic 1-0 win in West London as the Germany international headed in. At the back post, Kai Havertz scored a dramatic last-minute winner to send Arsenal to the top of the Premier League as they beat Brentford 1-0 on Saturday. The German, much maligned since his £65 million move from Chelsea in the summer, headed home at the back post from Bukayo Saka's excellent cross to earn Mikel Arteta's side all 3 points in West London. Aaron Ramsdale gets a 5, playing his first Prem game in almost 3 months. He got away with an almighty cock-up trying to play out from the back early on and looked so nervous after that. Knew he was going to be under intense scrutiny, but at least he came away with a clean sheet. Hero Tomiyasu gets a 7. His extra height came in useful at the back, but he wasn't able to supply the attacking assistance to Saka, which Arsenal usually expect from their right back. Solid enough defensively, which was his main job. Zinchenko gets a 7. Brentford targeted him with long balls into his corner of the pitch, but he was always alert to the danger. Decent in possession as always, and put in a couple of testing crosses. Great goal line clearance to deny Partey. Saliba also gets a 7, primed for the aerial bombardment, and he wasn't disappointed. Relished the challenge and was able to deal with everything that was thrown into the box. Always seemed to have time on the ball and never looked flustered. Gabriel gets a 7, just the no-nonsense defender Arsenal needed to counter Brentford's physical forwards. Rolled his sleeves up and wasn't afraid to put his foot through the ball to clear his lines when necessary. Declan Reiss gets a 8, made a crucial goal line clearance to save Ramsdale's mistake and was Arsenal's most effective player against Brentford's at industrial approach, constantly driving the team forward and hardly wasted a pass all afternoon. Trossard gets a 6, a surprise starter in midfield. He was able to drift into dangerous positions from deep but couldn't come up with a finishing touch. Thought he'd finally cracked it when he headed home from a yard out, but VAR showed he was millimeters offside. Ødegaard gets a 5, the skipper looked rusty after his recent layoff and it took him a long time to get involved. Flitted in and out of the game but couldn't get his radar working when Arteta would have been hoping for so much more. Saka gets a 7, he was very quiet by his usual standards. Couldn't fault his effort and was always showing for the ball, but he just couldn't find a way through a Brentford penalty area more crowded than Waterloo Station in rush hour. Gabriel Jesus gets a 5, he struggled to shake off the giant pinnock and when he did manage to break free he was unable to find a way past keeper Flecken. Should have buried Saka's cross before Trossard's follow-up was ruled out for offside. Martinelli gets a 6. He always looked to take on the Brentford defense, but constantly found himself running into a brick wall in the congested penalty area. Like Jesus, he looked jaded after his recent jaunt to Brazil. Booked. Nketiah came on for Jesus on the 65th minute. He brought some fresh energy up front, but couldn't force a breakthrough. He gets a 5. Kai Havertz gets an 8. He came on for Martinelli on the 79th minute. He was Arsenal's unlikely hero. His first goal from open play since his £65 million move from Chelsea was enough to take the Gunners top of the table. Mikel Arteta gets a 7. He sent on Havertz and the German popped up with the winner. He will know his side weren't at their best, but it was a huge 3 points nonetheless.